Morning students. Today we are going to learn about the work done in a reversible adiabatic process. For any adiabatic reversible process, we know that PV raised to gamma is a constant. If you put this as equation 1, excuse me, and if you differentiate equation 1, we get, I'm applying the product rule over here, first function into derivative of second, that will be gamma v raised to gamma minus 1 dv plus second function into derivative of first, that will be dp, that is equal to constant. Now we divide the above equation throughout by v raised to gamma minus 1. So what we will get is gamma p dv plus v dp, or we can write minus gamma p dv, that is equal to v dp. Equation number 2. We know that for 1 mole of an ideal gas, PV is equal to RT. Differentiating the above equation, we will get PdV plus VdP, that is equal to, R is a constant, RdT. This is equation number 3. Now we are going to substitute 3 in 2. So that what we will get is minus gamma p dv, that is equal to r dt minus p dv. We have substituted for v dp. Now taking all the dv terms together, what we will get is 1 minus gamma p dv, that is equal to r dt, or p dv, that is equal to r dt by 1 minus gamma. We know that p dv is actually d cross w, or we can write w as integral v1 to v2 p dv, that is equal to integral t1 to t2 r by 1 minus gamma dt. So when you integrate it, what we will get is w, that will be equal to r by 1 minus gamma into t2 minus t1. This is one expression for the work done in an adiabatic reversible process. Here we know that gamma is actually greater than 1. Therefore, the term 1 minus gamma will be always negative. So if during the process T2 is greater than T1, that is the final temperature is greater than the initial temperature, W will be negative. That is, what we can do is the gas is compressed, that is the work is done on the system. Or in other words, we can say that during adiabatic, sorry, the spelling went wrong. During adiabatic compression, what will happen is that there will be a rise in temperature. Similarly, in an adiabatic expansion, since W has to be positive, which will only be positive when T2 is less than T1, or the final temperature is lower than the initial temperature. So in case of adiabatic expansion, always there will be fall of temperature. Another expression that we can write for work done in an adiabatic process is like this. We know that for an adiabatic process, the adiabatic process, internal energy du, that will be equal to d cross w. You know that du is actually cv dt and d cross w is actually p dv. Substituting these two equations in the main equation, what we will get is p dv, that is equal to, I'm sorry, I forgot a minus sign over here, because you know that according to first law, that is d cross q, that is equal to du plus d cross w. For an adiabatic process, d cross q is 0. And as a result, we get du is equal to minus d cross w. That is my mistake, I'm really sorry. That is equal to minus cv dt. So we know that w is actually integral v1 to v2 p dv. That is equal to minus integral t1 to t2 cv dt. And if you assume cv to be a constant, what we can do is we can write w as w, that will be equal to minus cv t2 minus t1, or w that will be equal to cv into t1 minus T2. This is another expression for work done in an adiabatic process. And this is mainly the used expression. So we have actually derived two expressions. One is this, another is this. These two are the two expressions that we usually use to express the work done in an adiabatic process. And the important thing that has to be kept in mind is that during an adiabatic expansion, there will be usually a drop in temperature, whereas in case of adiabatic compression, there will be a rise in temperature. Thank you.